Well, it's a long overdue trip. He went to the Summit of the Americas in '09, made a great first impression, but needs to deliver. Needs to really re-engage with a region that has grown, that is stable, that wants to enter the global arena, that wants to be more influential. And I think he needs to go and basically reassure the region that the U.S. is still a reliable partner. Well, the new administration has been kind of like making announcements and statements that are particularly attractive and appealing for the U.S. in the sense that it's basically saying that the human rights concerns are an important issue for the agenda. It's saying that Brazil has some reservations about China, especially in terms of the exchange rate system and the treatment of foreign corporations in China. All those things, human rights, China, resonate very well here in Washington. So I think President Obama is seizing that opportunity because he's going, very soon after President Rousseff was inaugurated, to make sure that they work together in the global arena. Brazil is the best possible partner to have in the G20 because it's a country without enemies, without internal conflicts. It's a democracy. It has lots of credibility in the global stage. So for the U.S., it will be great to have Brazil playing along on some of these themes, like, again, human rights, China, etc. China is the #1 partner for Chile, for Brazil. It's very close to becoming the #1 trading partner for Peru as well. China's development bank has been lending to the region more than the Inter-American Development Bank, our own regional bank. So that means China's presence in the region is growing. But there are also reservations about China. There are reservations about the problems that Chinese products are causing to the local manufacturing firms in Latin America. Many of them have shut down because they cannot deal with the competition from China. So that's generating issues with employment. So Latin America has mixed feelings about the Chinese connection. I think, and it's very important, and in the conversation with the United States, the issue of trade comes along. Because really, if the United States wants to keep a strong presence in the region, it has to open the door for Latin American goods, like the ethanol that the Brazilians produce, like the free trade agreements that Colombia and Panama are trying to get passed in the U.S. Congress. The U.S. needs to move forward on those issues. Otherwise, Latin America is going to look more to the new center of gravity of the world economy, which is moving east to China. Small country, but emblematic of the problems of an entire region. Central America is a very difficult situation these days. When we talk about Latin America and the emergence of Latin America, the decade of Latin America, which is the new buzzword, we tend to generalize, and that does not do justice to Central America. Central America is going in a very different direction compared to South America. All the good things we talk about the region are really relevant for South America. Central America is having, I think, more problems. Has the problems of organized crime, drug trafficking, weak economies. It's been more affected by the recession in the United States than the other countries because it depends more on the U.S. economy. So the region really needs a helping hand. Central America needs more resources to fight the war on drugs, to strengthen their institutions, to make their police forces more sophisticated with access to better technologies. Ultimately, they need the treatment that the United States has been giving to Mexico in terms of support, in terms of resources. I think an extension of that into Central America, it's necessary because otherwise, a few years down the road, we could see Mexico solving its problems, but then the problems will emerge in a much more aggressive way in Central America.